As I said before, there's been a hand at the final table of the Super High Roller that caused a lot of buzz, and it was Mustapha Kanit running a bluff on you, making you lay down queens on an ace-high board.
Yeah.
Can you please tell us how you experienced this hand and tell us the different steps that made you lay down on the river?
Yeah. I mean, we can start pre-flop when I 4-bet him. Uh, uh, I think don't think he's going to peel so wide, so I think he has a pretty tight peeling range there. And when the flop comes ace high, I don't think he's going to float me that much. So I think I will get most of the floats away. And then when he bets on the river, I mean, my first feeling was to call, but then I start thinking over the hands, and I mean, it's so many ace combos that I'm not doing well against. So my decision was to fold.
Do you think that if you just flat calls a 4-bet pre-flop, you say he has a very small range, wouldn't that small range be rather hands that he pushes all in with pre-flop, like aces, kings?
Yeah, I mean, aces and kings, he would push Paul in pre-flop, of course. But I mean, he could have a hand like ace jack suited or so when he calls the 4-bet. So that was like the type of hand I thought he might have, or like some kind of ace suited.
Did you base your decisions solely on what happened on the board, or was there anything like a tell, anything else that made you take that decision?
I mean, the day before, I played a huge pot against him when I read him wrong. So I had like a talk with my friend before the final table that I'm not going to look at the guy because I know he's a little bit tricky. So I don't think I'm going to find anything on him. So I wasn't like trying to look at him too much.
So you would rather avoid actually trying to find a tell and rather not look at the other guy?
Yeah, especially with him, because I mean, if I haven't figured him out, I think it's better to not take in that part. I mean, otherwise I look at guys, but since I played one really big pot wrong against him, I wanted to avoid that to next time. So that was like it was a big part of the pot was that we played a big pot the day before as well.
So the history between you and the other player does play a role?
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course it plays a role.
Would you have maybe decided differently if that pot the other day wouldn't have happened?
Yeah, I mean it could have been different, of course.